Welcome to Stoic Lessons from Historical Events, Episode 24 of 100, The Founding of Jamestown, America's First Colony. Explore history through the lens of Stoic philosophy. In our 24th episode, we delve into the founding of Jamestown, America's first colony, uncovering timeless wisdom and resilience that inspire us today. If you find value in our content, please subscribe, like, and share with friends and family. Your support helps us bring these powerful stories and teachings to a wider audience. Thank you for joining us on this journey towards wisdom and growth. The founding of Jamestown, America's first colony. What led to the founding of Jamestown? In the early 17th century, the English sought to expand their influence and find new sources of wealth in the New World. Motivated by the promise of gold and other resources, as well as the desire to establish a foothold in North America to rival Spanish and French colonies, the Virginia Company of London was granted a charter by King James II in 1606. The company aimed to establish a permanent English settlement in the Americas. In December 1606, 3 ships, the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery, set sail from England carrying 104 settlers. After a perilous journey across the Atlantic, they arrived in the Chesapeake Bay in April 1607 and selected a site on the James River, naming it Jamestown in honor of King James III. Who were the key figures in the founding of Jamestown? Several key figures played crucial roles in the establishment and survival of Jamestown. Captain John Smith, an experienced soldier and explorer, emerged as a prominent leader, providing vital leadership and strict discipline essential for the colony's survival. Christopher Newport, the captain of the Susan Constant, led the expedition across the Atlantic and made several voyages back to England to bring supplies and more settlers. Powhatan, the powerful leader of the local Algonquian tribes, was a central figure in the early interactions between the settlers and the indigenous people. His daughter, Pocahontas, played a notable role in fostering relations between the English and the Native Americans. These individuals' actions and decisions shaped the early years of the Jamestown colony. How did the founding of Jamestown unfold? The founding of Jamestown was fraught with challenges and hardships. After establishing the settlement in May 1607, the colonists faced immediate difficulties, including a lack of food, harsh weather, and diseases like malaria. The swampy location they chose provided poor soil for farming and was infested with mosquitoes. Relations with the local Powhatan Confederacy were initially tense, but intermittent trade helped the colonists survive. Captain John Smith's leadership and his policy of no work, no food helped to enforce discipline. Smith's expeditions to map the region and negotiate with the Powhatan were critical for the colony's early survival. Despite these efforts, the starving time in the winter of 1609 to 1610 saw the population plummet due to famine and disease. The arrival of new supplies and settlers in the spring of 1610, under the leadership of Lord de la Warr, helped stabilize the colony. What were the consequences of the founding of Jamestown? The founding of Jamestown had significant and far-reaching consequences. It marked the beginning of permanent English colonization in North America, laying the groundwork for future settlements and the expansion of the British Empire. The introduction of tobacco cultivation by John Rolfe in 1612 transformed Jamestown's economy and ensured its survival, making it the first profitable English colony. This economic success encouraged further investment and migration. However, the expansion of the colony led to increased conflicts with the indigenous populations, resulting in a series of violent clashes and shifts in native land and power dynamics. The establishment of the House of Burgesses in 1619 marked the beginning of representative government in the American colonies, setting a precedent for democratic practices in the future United States. Why is the founding of Jamestown significant in history? The founding of Jamestown is significant as the first successful English colony in North America, which served as a blueprint for subsequent colonial endeavors. It represents the beginning of English cultural and political influence in the New World, shaping the development of what would become the United States. Jamestown's establishment highlighted the challenges and complexities of colonization, including the interactions and conflicts with indigenous peoples, the struggle for survival in a new environment, and the adaptation to economic realities. The colony's early governance structures and economic models influenced the development of other colonies, and contributed to the eventual growth of a unique American identity. How does the legacy of Jamestown influence us today? As the sun sets over the historic site of Jamestown, its legacy continues to influence us today. The story of Jamestown is a testament to human resilience, ingenuity, and the complex dynamics of cultural encounters. The colony's survival and eventual success paved the way for the establishment of additional colonies along the Atlantic coast, ultimately leading to the formation of the United States. The early governance structures of Jamestown, including the House of Burgesses, laid the groundwork for democratic principles that are central to American political culture. The interactions between the English settlers and the indigenous populations remind us of the profound and often painful impacts of colonization, prompting reflection on the importance of understanding and respecting diverse cultures and histories. Today, Jamestown serves as a historical landmark, educating visitors about the early struggles and triumphs that shaped the nation. Thank you for watching. If you like our content, please subscribe and share our content. Have a wonderful day, everyone. See you at the next episode.